certainly not least category of the evening is the Living Thumbpicker category, and this is one that's voted in. Chris was the Thumbpicker of the Year, which is a write-in category, and as Scott said, that goes to the person who people feel has done the most over the last year to kind of help keep things going and to make people aware of thumb picking and to promote it and do everything. And there's my friend here. Do you need me for a second? He needs me for a second. I'll be right back. We're on the same page, we just didn't know it for a second. So, all right, so our Living Thumbpicker Award this year goes to someone who is a former International Home of Legends champion. He's been here several times. It's been a little bit since he's got to be with us due to other obligations. He is a regular performer at the Chet Atkins Appreciation Society convention, and for good reason, because he is one of the players who, when you think Chet Atkins and you think traditional Chet Atkins and how it's supposed to be played, this gentleman quickly comes to the front of the pack and comes to mind. Would like to call to the stage now our 2024 Living Thumbpicker inductee, Mr. Robert Anderson.
Well, I don't know what to say. I started following Chet when I was between 8 and 9 years old, and I didn't know who he was. We was going to church one morning, and the radio was on, and I called it the announcer, but it's a DJ, I guess. He said, "We're going to play a song for you now by a fellow named Chet Atkins." And I had never heard that name, and so in about a few seconds or so, Chet starts playing, and something just come out of those speakers. It grabbed me and said, "Man, I can't believe there's somebody can play guitar like that. I've seen and heard other people playing like that, playing guitars, but nothing like that." And I started telling my dad, I said, "Dad, I want a guitar. I want to play guitar like that." And so eventually, pretty soon, they got me a guitar. And then I said, "Well, I got to have some records. I can't play without no records," because my dad couldn't at that time. He couldn't afford a music teacher for me, so he started buying me records. And when I was a young boy growing up to my late teenage years, I wore out 2 record players. The motor on them, they went around so many times, they quit spinning. So I wore them out, and then of course a lot of my records have scratches on them where I would pull the needle over and play it back and listen to it, trying to absorb all that I heard. And when I was a kid and also when a teenager, I used to carry some of my records to school. We had, the school I went to, they had built a brand new gymnasium, and I found right away a good advantage for me because they had a huge stereo system, and my bus route got me to school every morning real early, about an hour and 15 minutes before school started. So I asked permission to go in there and dust those hardwood floors with a big broom, and I put on Chet's records and play them and listen to them while I was dusting the floor. And trying to absorb all I could, and at night time I would put on a stack of records and let them play until I fall asleep, and still do that sometimes. But anyway, this award means very much to me. When I started playing guitar, I didn't look out in the future as hoping of winning any kind of award. I just loved to play because when Chet played when I was a kid and I heard him, it just done something for me. And the music does a lot for me. I don't say a whole lot, but I try to speak to the music. So I appreciate this from my greatest, humblest thoughts. I don't know what to say. I appreciate this very much. Thank you. Bear with me, if you don't mind. Now I can see better. I thought, on the way up here, I thought, back in 2000, I was honored to come up here in Central City, Kentucky, and be a part of the Ever Brothers homecoming. And I was honored to get to play, and I got to meet them for the first time in person. And that was a treat for me, and get to see them and get some autographs. But I thought I would like to play something here tonight, some of their songs, in case nobody has ever done that before. I don't know if they've ever done, but I just had the thought, and I thought I'd try it. And I never have played their song, but I'm going to throw this together. I'm like Chad, I'll try anything. Sometimes I might get through something, sometimes I might not.